Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome back to the channel. Please remember to hit that subscribe and like button if you would, and comment below if at some point during this video something really resonates with you or you have a story to share. I love reading your comments. We're going to talk about starseeds and cycle breakers. Now, what is a starseed, right? And they're one and the same to me. So I will use these terms interchangeably. But a starseed is essentially, I should have had better props, but a starseed is someone who looks at the planet and says, ooh, I spot a density right there. And it's in this general vicinity, especially within this family line. And the starseed doesn't look down there and go, okay, I need to go fix this. I need to change the world. I need to make the world a better place. The starseed sees that contraction and it yearns to expand it. It's not necessarily about making everything better or making the world a better place. It's about the universe doing what it does, which is expand. And you are the universe. Don't forget that. You are the universe. So when you see contraction, you yearn to turn it into expansion. So in essence, you long to turn hate into love, limit into limitlessness. So when you see something, especially in a family line, your soul will go, ooh, I know that I am the light of awareness. I know I am the energetic equivalent to that darkness that can bust it open and create more expansion where there was contraction. So you'll zip down, and it's usually not actually a logical linear process. The process is magnetic. Everything in the universe is magnetic. So you, the aspect of source that is your consciousness, goes to that because it is actually calling you to it, to open it up. So you get there, you get into this family, you don't feel quite right within it. Things don't feel quite right to you. You see, you feel, you perceive things in a different way than those around you. And then you inevitably are raised, programmed, and conditioned by these people who contain the density that you're here to dismantle. And you become the density of it yourself. You become it because you are here to understand it and know it so intimately that you may completely obliterate it, right? From the inside, you're going in, you're getting the intel. You're a secret agent, right? These things have to be exploded. You're the little grenade. You're going in there. The secret agent is a really great way to see it. You're infiltrating. So you're becoming some of the density, right? You're becoming some of the fear, the pain, the whatever. And then what usually happens is you go through an awakening. You get sick because the expansion that you are and that you're here to bring cannot stay small for too long without feeling incredible unease, not good. You can get sick, you can get depressed, anxious, you could have a mental breakdown. You could just overall feel dissatisfied with life. You could have a crisis, something crazy could happen. Most people have interesting stories about how their spiritual awakening was initiated. Mine was through becoming bedridden for 5 years. That was my first awakening. My second awakening was through a Twinflame connection, which a lot of you know about. So these awakenings happen and they start shining the light around you. So you start getting a clearer view of the thing you initially came down here to expand. The contraction you saw from up there that you wanted to open up. So it could be something like fear, self-loathing. It could be a multitude of things. Limited thinking, enslavement, entrapment, abuse, right? Drug use, alcoholism. There's a poverty, there's all these different things that density could be manifest as. And that's what you initially saw. You said, oh, there's an opportunity for expansion. I'm going to do it. You didn't say I'm going to come save the world. You're like, oh, here's an opportunity for me to be who I am. It magnetically pulled you to it. And you're here to do the work. Now, what happens with a lot of people, and this is part of the process, is you forget who you are. And then you think you are that ick. You think you are what you have disguised yourself to be, to infiltrate into this family, to infiltrate into the darkness. You forgot that you were putting on a costume, and you start thinking you are that. You are the fear. You are the lack mentality. You are the ick, the self-loathing, right? Because you did it so good. If you do it really well, you'll forget that you're divine source energy, and you'll think that you're the bullshit. And you'll start not liking yourself. That's one sign. You won't like yourself. Another sign is you'll think you're incapable of things. Like incapable of transmuting what you came here to transmute, what you were designed to do. That means you've tricked yourself well enough, and you've disguised yourself really well. So good job. But that symptom of thinking, I can't deal with what's in front of me, that just means you've tricked yourself good. And it also means you've forgotten the truth of who you are. Whenever I work with my clients and they're sick, or they're in bad relationships, or they've got, addiction, or they've got things like chronic anxiety or agoraphobia or something like that, and they think they're victims to it and that it's too big for them, I just know they forgot how big they are. That they tricked themselves so good into becoming the density so they could infiltrate in, that they forgot who they are. And the awakening's about starting to remember. So it's about experiencing the density while remembering the truth of who you fucking are, instead of while forgetting it. And that's a big difference. When you remember who you are, you can navigate through anything. A lot of people think they're trying to get through their problems, through the density, through the problems of life. Get away from problems, get to utopia where nothing bad will ever happen. And that's not it. You want to get to a place where you can constantly come home to the truth of who you are and remember your bigness. Remember you're the light of awareness. Remember that you are the energy that creates worlds in the midst of all this. And you can do this in huge situations, like being horribly ill or bedridden like I was, or in small situations, right now I'm visiting where I grew up, and there's a ton of smoke. I can actually taste it in my mouth right now. And I used to not be able to function. Smoke, chemicals, anything. And I still am very sensitive. And so my first unconscious thought was, oh man, I'm going to start having breathing issues. This is going to be hard, blah, blah, blah. And I stopped myself. And I said, but wait, the truth is, I'm the light of awareness. I'm consciousness. There's a way through this. There's a way to navigate this. Things will come to me. Whatever I need will be shown to me to navigate this. And I'm strong. And my lungs are capable, and my heart is capable, and all parts of me are totally capable. So what am I doing? And then things show up, like my mom drops by a breathing formula that has always really helped me, that I didn't even know she had on hand. And my body has been functioning beautifully in all of this. So it's things like that. It's moments like that where we want to go into that old conditioning programming, but instead we remember the truth of who we are. And the truth of who we are is this infinite co-creative energy. We are the energy that creates worlds. We are the universe. We're not separate. That idea of being separate is false. It's false, and it really messes with us. We are the oneness, and I can say that over and over again, but until you feel it, You won't know it. And, the magic of being a cycle breaker is that you get to constantly create the new. That you get to go beyond what people say is possible. And people do it all the time. There's a book full of world records of people doing things that the rest of the world says they can't do. And that's what you're here to do. You're not here to be the density. You're here to infiltrate it and remember who you are and bust it wide open. So if you've got lack mentality, and you're struggling with money, you're here to be wealthy. You're here to be in the abundance of the world. You're here to make big, beautiful, amazing things happen for yourself. But you have to constantly remind yourself of who you are and stop playing small. And you'll know when you're playing small because you'll think that whatever is facing you is insurmountable. Oh, but Larissa, it's this, I can't. No. Whatever's coming up for you, whatever it is, babe, you got it. Whatever it is, there is equal light in you to this. So the worse it is, actually the better news, because if it's really, really hard, that means you've got some really big freaking power and light inside of you that is being called forth, because you knew you were the light to dissolve this before you came. And now all you have to do is remember. All you have to do is get out of that limited thinking. Go in, dismantle those limiting beliefs that were brought in through the family line, that were indoctrinated into you through repetition, through your childhood, when you were impressionable, when you were in that 0 to 7 range and everything was getting downloaded, everything you saw and heard and felt was getting downloaded as truth and fact and logic. Go in, dismantle those things and find out the truth. Find out that the world is abundant and you don't have to work hard for money, and you don't have to sell your soul to the money machine. You don't have to sell your youth. You don't have to sell every part of yourself to get by. You don't have to betray yourself to get love. You don't have to shut yourself down to get love. You can be who you are and be loved. You can be who you are and get paid. You can be who you are now and uncover that. And some of you don't know exactly who you are, and the invitation is to go out on the playground and see. Figure out who you are, not by figuring out who you are, but by living life and meeting yourself in new moments. That's how you'll know who you are. And it's a beautiful process being a cycle breaker and a starseed. Hard at times, challenging, because you can't rely on the rest of the world to back you, right? You can't look to the rest of the world to know what to do. You got to go in here and remember your guidance and remember your truth and honor everything from your desire of what food to eat to your desire of who to surround yourself with, to your desire of how much to rest, to your desire how much to play, to your desire of what to wear, to your desire to be naked or to be covered, to your to the music you want to do, to the way that you want to move your body. Like, really tuning in, going to those little things, those day-to-day things, and doing what nourishes you and uplifts you instead of doing your patterning. Think how you want to think, believe what you want to believe, embody what you want to embody, respond to things how you want to respond, talk how you want to talk, say what's true for you. That's how you drop the illusion of being the density, and you start remembering your light and your truth. And it's just going to keep filling you and reminding you that there's nothing insurmountable. You didn't place yourself. You're not being magnetized to something that isn't doable. You're not. That's not how it works. You are being brought to what you are the light code to. And you're here to create expansion. And when you're not creating expansion and you're living into contraction or limiting beliefs or blah, 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 you feel bad, you feel sick, you feel sad, you feel confused, you feel mad, as you should. That's your inner guidance system saying, okay, we've disguised ourselves as one of them for long enough. It's time for the expansion now. It's time for phase 2. So I think that's it. This job of cycle breaking doesn't have to suck. The more you honor yourself and self-validate, the less it sucks, and the more awesome it is, and the more inspirational you're going to be, and the more your far-fetched, amazing ideas are going to become the new reality, the new logic for someone else. You're here to lead and guide and show another way, show what's possible, to break through limitation and move into limitless expansion. Because that feels better. That feels so much better, and it's being called. If you were called here to this planet, believe it or not, even the people that are resisting you called you here because they need you to be the truth of who you are. And more importantly, you need you to be the truth of who you are. So take the mask off and remember you are limitless. And know that you can trust yourself. You can trust what you want. You can trust what you need. And you can trust the process.